with that. Okay. And then I asked her who she was, and I wrote grandmother. Um, but I heard that's my granddaughter. That, oh yeah, that's my grand. So number two, that's my granddaughter. So first question was, who are you? Our grandmother. Second question was, or the response was, that's my granddaughter. So then when she walked into the interview space, she had on like a bluish kind of teal dress, and she had like a cute little small handbag, and she took like tiny steps, like not baby steps, but careful or cautious steps. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay.
Just I can't remember what she was buried in though.
Okay. So yeah, she came through like in a really cute, like a really formal dress, almost similar to what she had on in the photograph, except it was like a teal blue, or like it was a light blue, and she had a cute little purse with her. Um, yeah, and she had I wrote down very demure walk is what I wrote down for her walk when she walked into the room. Um, so then I heard like what was the cause or what happened, and then I wrote down chest, stroke slash heart, and then I wrote down under that, did she have high blood pressure, question mark. Does any of
Yeah,
that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
she had,
She had high blood
and
pressure.
she had something with her heart.
Okay, yeah, I go stroke slash heart was the cause. Chest area was the cause.
So,
Go ahead.
do you have anything else about her health before I say this?
Um, hold on. Last time, yellow. I don't think so. I had the. She was a smoke. Did she used to smoke?
She used to smoke.
Hmm.
Okay. That's the only thing I have is that she used to smoke.
Okay. She had a search. She died from pancreatic cancer.
Oh, okay.
She had a wound though that was open right beneath her heart on her chest.
Hmm. Do you
It
all
didn't affect her heart, but it was like it was a little lower, like between
the
her
breath?
chest, not really at her waist,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a wound, like an open wound that had to get cleaned and packed.
Okay. Do you all think you got infected?
It was infected, yeah,
Okay.
it was infected.
Okay.
Not bad, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that makes sense to me. Again, like when so anything that I hear or write down, none of it makes sense to me because I don't know anyone in the photographs. So as you all are telling me or confirming or validating, it starts to paint the picture for me and it starts to make sense. So a lot of times when I'm saying like, okay, that makes sense, because I sit there and I'm like, well, just like with the baby before, I'm like, what does what the Hawaiian punch got to do with anything? Like, where is this coming from? But then, you confirm it for me. So that makes sense now. So then I asked her about how does she feel about her passing. And I heard, unfortunate for my children, but it was my time. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
So did everyone take it pretty hard?
Everyone did.
Okay. So I asked her about her personality. She said she was the family favorite and the go-to for all. And then
Hmm.
I wrote, especially the cousins.
Hmm.
Okay. So then I wrote she used to smoke. I wrote 30s and 40s.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's the time frame that she used to smoke. Okay.
Yep.
And then I asked her what was her. Let me look at my. I got to number my questions. I asked her what was like a favorite memory, and I wrote down last Thanksgiving. So whenever that last Thanksgiving was, everyone standing around the table with everyone. I saw like a wooden dining room table, like an oval shape.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay. And everybody was, I can't remember, was it yellow? I can't remember what color the dining room was, but I saw everybody standing around the table. And she was kind of, I don't know if somebody was praying, but she was just kind of taking it all in. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So then I asked her, like, put something in my hand, like I did before, put something in my hand that would resonate with the sitter. And I heard watermelon. Was that like her thing? Or is that your thing?
Yeah, watermelon.
Okay. She put a. I was like, why do I have a why? And again, for me, I'm sitting here like, this don't make no sense. This girl gonna think I'm crazy because why am I thinking? Why do I hear watermelon?
Mm-mm, that
So
lady loved watermelon.
okay. So then I asked her about any anniversaries or dates coming up, and I got that. I got March 9th. I got April 4th. Either December 3rd or December 31st. And then I heard either June 2nd or January 2nd. Do any of those dates resonate?
Uh, March. No.
And what's the March date?
March 9th,
Mm.
April 4th, December 3rd or December 31st, like New Year's Eve, or June 2nd or January 2nd.
Didn't something happen in January? Like that very
Was that? No, she went to hospice after Thanksgiving.
Did she go
She
into
went,
hospice December 3rd?
no, she went into hospice the day after
Oh, the
Thanksgiving.
28th. Okay. Or whatever
Yeah.
that is, whatever, 26, 28. Okay.
No, well, yeah.
Okay. Well, just write the dates down. It may come to you later. If you have it, just text it to me. I would just add it to your notes
oh,
that I have in here. And so then I asked her, of course, when was the last time she was with you? And I heard, did you all used to shop together?
We did, but Jerica maybe not so much.
Okay.
yeah. And
Okay.
the thing that I can think of is like the oh man,
I
like
heard Marshalls.
and it's very possible because that year, the year before, or that year that she got diagnosed with cancer, I
Mm-hmm.
went to a family reunion with her and my granddad, and we went shopping. And she yelled at me because of something I wanted to buy, and
Okay.
I remember us going shopping, and I don't remember like what store it was,
Uh-huh.
but I remember us going shopping, and yeah, like I didn't go shopping with her often because I'm just a lot younger, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that much time with her, but I do remember a couple of times us going to like the grocery store when we did hang out.
Okay. Yeah. So I got that was our thing or what we did. So then I asked her, I was like, what's the one thing I don't like, what's something that will like jog a memory for you? And did she, so I heard like Outback Steakhouse, like lunch or brunch or something, like two for, like, you get like the specials, like 2 for 10 or 2 for 20. Did she like to go out to eat or was that her thing? Does that resonate?
Mm-mm. Yeah, me neither.
Okay. I wrote Outback Steakhouse 2 for 20. So then I asked her, what was her, like, what is an object or a symbol or what we call on the spiritual side calling card? Like, what's her calling card? So if you see it on television or you see it out and about, like, that's her way of waving, saying hi. And I heard like either a yellow or a golden butterfly. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you seen a golden or yellow butterfly?
I'd be running from the butterflies. And you know
Okay.
what? Yeah, you know what's really funny? There's this one time that me and Shauna's brother was walking down the street, and there was this butterfly that like ran in our face, and I started running, and he was like, "Why are you running?" And I was like, "I don't like butterflies." And he was like, "Butterflies are typically a symbol of someone that passed," and
Mm-hmm.
it was a monarch butterfly.
Yeah, that's her. So anytime you see, and that includes television, or if you're flipping through a magazine or scrolling through Instagram, and you just stop and happen to see the butterfly, that's their way of waving, saying hi. Okay.
You should think spiders.
And so then, who had the small dog? Did she have a spaniel? Somebody had a spaniel, white and brown.
Yeah, that's her dog.
Okay. Is he still with us or no?
Mm-mm, he passed.
Okay. So I'm gonna say he's with her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's baby.
yeah, the spaniel is with her. Um, and so then what is this number 14? Are you aware of what's happening? So So I asked her if she aware of what's happening, and I had yes. I've told her about what is this Are you back and forth with an ex? One of y'all back and forth with an ex?
Mm-mm.
I am not
Okay,
back and forth like going. No, not in relationship. No, but
okay. So I
with,
got so I wrote down. I didn't tell her about that, or kind of gave you signs about that, and then I wrote down for myself like it feels like going back and forth with an ex, or like a baby daddy, or something like that.
You be arguing with your baby daddy.
so going back and forth with an ex, but not going back and forth with an ex.
Okay. Okay, so she's aware of that.
Okay.
Um, so then I asked her, so if she's present, if she's around, did she have leg issues towards the
Um,
end, like hard to walk?
hold on. We forgot to turn.
This call will be recorded.
She's courting it though.
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm gonna post it on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, leg issues.
I really feel like I do remember something like that with her legs.
So it was she kind of corrected you. I mean, it's funny to me, but so I was like, how will they know if you're present? And I'm not sure if anybody feels like a burst of air every so often. I don't know if it's like a cold air or just where'd the wind come from? Like there's no windows open. There's no like where'd that burst of air come from? And
At least 3 nights a week.
and so then so
In this
then
room.
the note I wrote next to that is like, you ever heard that thing? It's like, I'm fast as fuck, boy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So like
Yeah.
she's like zooming back and forth because she can now. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, but cold stays, and Keisha's never cold. I'm over
Uh-huh.
here like,
Yeah, normally when spirit comes around, it's usually cooler.
yeah,
It's usually cooler because they have to they vibrate on such a high level that they have to bring the temperature down where we are in order to be in the same space with us. That's normally how it works. So like I'm not gonna say on a good day, but one of the things like you guys seen what's the movie? What is the movie? Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I can blow like the cold, like the air, like you can see it if spirit is present. Sometimes it depends on how I'm tapped in. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole room is freezing. There's nothing. There's no amount of blankets, no amount of tea. I'm freezing. My teeth are chattering, and it's 70 degrees in the house, 78 degrees in the house, and it's because spirit is present. Sometimes it happens in readings, but I know what it is now. So yeah, that gust of wind, that's her. She fast. She fast now. She can run back and forth. Um, so then I asked her what was one of the lessons, and of course, she said that you need to spend the most time with the people that matter most.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so then I asked her again to put something in my hand works. I feel like it's more personalized. It kind of tells me a little bit more about her personality or her likes or her dislikes. And I asked her to put something in my hand again. And is somebody getting new appliances? Or did she have I wrote down stove, refrigerator, new appliances. It's time to level up. Is that any one of y'all?
I mean, Granddad got new appliances ish. Remember that the refrigerator and stuff?
It's time to level up.
Yeah.
Nobody has white appliances anymore.
Okay. So
He got a
yeah,
new.
so maybe it's time for a new stove and fridge. But I heard level. It's time to level up. She started playing Sierra like level up, and I was like, okay, so got it. I'll write Sierra too. I'll write that down. Um, so then I asked her, how can you strengthen the connection? And she said, don't be afraid to come and talk to me. I can and will help you the best I can or the best that I know how. But like you have to come to me and tell me what you need. Does that make sense? So I don't know if she was that way in life, but she's
Yeah.
definitely that way on the other side. So she's probably going to end up being a guide for you
Okay.
eventually. Okay. So then I asked her, Was there any type of specific jewelry or clothing or anything that was significant to her that maybe someone still has? And I heard her watch and her ring. Does someone
Girl,
still
downstairs.
is downstairs?
I don't know, but my mom might have the ring. I have her watch.
Okay, yeah. So one somebody a watch and ring, so she knows that you all still have it. And of course, she's thankful for that. I think that was like I don't know if that was her favorite two pieces of jewelry, but yeah. And then I asked her to like tell me something significant about like what she liked to do, and then I heard Golden Girls, Cosby Show, and 227. Were those her shows?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but definitely Cosby Show and 227.
Okay. She showed me that.
I shows nearly every day. Well, I would when Golden Girls comes on, I watch it all day.
Okay.
227, I probably watch every day.
Okay. Yeah, so she let me know those are her shows. Like, don't ever forget those are her shows. Um, so then what is this? Real pretty. Keep up the good work. So who's working out or exercising?
Not me.
Okay. So did anybody lose any weight recently? Cause I heard like you're looking really pretty. Like keep up the good work.
No, it's probably me because Shauna ain't looking pretty, so it's probably.
Okay. Okay, got it. You know what? Let me run back to this real fast. Did you? Okay, Jerica.
Mhm.
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Did you pledge?
No.
Okay. Did you want to pledge?
I mean, I wanted to start like I wanted to pledge like recently.
Is it AK?
No.
Okay. Just checking. Cause she said T. I wrote T in my notes with the Outback, and I was like, what does T mean? Okay. It just jogged my memory when you was when I said pretty, and you was like, oh no, she's talking about me. I'm like, I wonder if she wanted to be AKA. Okay, sorry, had a moment. So then, so then my question was, where did she transition? And I wrote HO. So for me, that's either home or hospice.
Yeah, she was at home.
She was at home.
Yeah.
In
Okay,
hospital.
Yep.
home in hospice. Okay, got it. So then I asked her if there was any pain, if there was any difficulty, and she said I didn't feel a thing. So don't worry about her suffering or anything like that. She didn't feel anything. And then I asked her who came for her. As I mentioned before, our loved ones greet us when it's our time to go to the other side. And I have father, mother, and sister. Does that make sense?
That is exactly who she saw on the other side of the bridge 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Yep, father, mother, and sisters. That's who came to get her.
Aunt Red,
Say it
her mom,
again.
her her sister Red, her
Okay.
mom, and I've never met her dad, but I can't even remember her mom's name right now. I'm asking my mom her name.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember her.
You remember, Jerica?
Down with this, I have some things to say to some things you said already.
Okay. I have one, two. I have two more, and then I'm done. You want me to finish this, or you want to go over the which one?
No, you can go ahead and
Oh,
finish.
okay, okay. I didn't hear you. Okay. So then I asked her, what was my question to her? Is there anything that she wants you all to know as far as things that you all should do differently for your own healing journey or your own personal journey? And I heard, don't be like me, do it differently.
I know.
Don't find your, she said, you probably find yourself saying things like, I'm acting just like fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's saying, do it your way. Whoever that fill in the blank is, I don't know if that's her or if you're acting like someone else, but she's kind of saying, do it differently. Like, do it your way.
First thing I thought of was like the person that she married. I mean, obviously we love our grandfather, but
Mm-hmm.
has done some things to my grandma, just bold, and I'm like, when I told you that the last time we were together, like the big time was that
Mm-hmm.
family. Her and my granddad got into a fight because of his cheating,
Hmm. Okay.
and she sent me outside, and they are inside.
Okay.
And I'm that's like the first thing that I thought of was, don't be like me, and like don't find like a part
Mm. That makes sense.
like
That makes and that message is exactly what you were supposed to receive from that because that makes total sense now.
And then I told you that.
mhm.
Okay. And so then the last question I asked her is there anything that you all, need to know about her transition? And she said, no pain. I'm jumping, I'm skipping, I'm running, I'm everything. Everything I used to do, I can do now. Um, and to make sure that you stay grateful, be grateful. And then she said, I wish I knew then what I know now. Would have been happier, but no regrets. Remember, no regrets.
Okay.
Mhm.
Make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.